So Maharaj Prataparudra, he was super anxious to meet Mahaprabhu when he heard his glories. So from Cuttack he came to Puri and he requested Sarvabhauma so many times in so many ways, please meet me with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But every time they brought up the subject to Mahaprabhu, he said, he's a Vishaya, he's a king, how could I meet such a person? And he became very angry, so they were afraid to ask. So finally, Maharaj Prataparudra said, at least let me see him from a little distance. You don't have to meet him personally, but let me see him from a distance. So one time Mahaprabhu was dancing in Kirtan. They called Maharaj Prataparudra, and from a distance, hiding behind a tree, he showed him Mahaprabhu dancing in ecstasy. And his whole body was trembling, he was crying, he was rolling on the ground and roaring sometimes. Then finally he became so ecstatic, Maharaj Prataparudra saw that from his eyes were flowing tears, from his nose was flowing water also, and from his mouth was flowing saliva, and it was all mixing all over his body, and the dust was coming, and he was feeling some very strange vibes seeing all these things. But he was very satisfied that he got to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu close. That night he got dream. In that dream he came before Lord Jagannath and no one was there. And he bowed before Lord Jagannath and he looked up. Lord Jagannath, water was coming from his eyes, from his nose, from his mouth. It was mixing and flowing all over his body. His whole body was covered with dirt. He went to touch Mahaprabhu, he went to touch Jagannath, and Jagannath said, no, don't touch me. You're a king. I'm in a very dirty condition. How can you touch me? Yesterday when I was dancing, you felt some funny thing in your mind. And then before Maharaj Prataparudra's eyes, Lord Jagannath turned into Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was so shocked. Then Mahaprabhu told him that actually your desire to see me is very good, because actually I have come here only for three people. You, Sarvabhauma, and Swarup Damodar. Now you please be peaceful and don't see me with this funny way anymore. So then Maharaj Prataparudra, he understood that Lord Chaitanya was non-different from Lord Jagannath. This story is found in Chaitanya Bhagwat, and the rest of the story we know from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hare Krishna.